Wild geese are flying along, wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along, wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along, wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along, wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along. Hello. Hello to everybody watching on this pretty dreary Monday here. It's been quite wet most of the day, and hello if you're watching this or following this later as well. I hope that you enjoy the next hour and a half having a bit of sing. Anyone who is there live today, do let me know you're here. It's really helpful for me just to get a little bit of feedback and know who's there. And I've actually got a little bit of a slightly different sound system today. So it was certainly, I'm not using that right now, but when I do start using it, it would be really useful to get a little bit of feedback from you. And fingers crossed it all works. Lovely. So we had a bit of a goose theme last week. I've still got my geese here. So we're going to sing the Wild Geese Are Flying Along song. And we've got another goose song as well, The Cry of the Wild Goose, which Heather from the Musselburgh group it certainly introduced me to last time. It's a song that's a bit before my time, made popular by Frankie Lane. Some of you may know it. So we're going to start learning some of that as well. Really lovely song. We're going to do the knitting song. I've got my latest knitting here. Yeah, we can have a bit of fun with that, and we're going to carry on with a few of the other songs that we've been learning recently as well. So we're going to start with a bird warm-up. Sorry, I've got another chair in the way here. I didn't prepare my space properly. So we're going to start with being a few different birds as a warm-up. And we're going to start with getting into our inner heron. And I've got this beautiful picture here. I don't know if any of you know this book. I'm sure you do. The Lost Words. It's a rather magical book of poems or spells, they call them, and by Robert Macfarlane, and artwork by Jackie Morris. And she's a beautiful artist. And there is her heron, which is rather lovely, kind of grandfather heron there. So we're going to get our heron wings going. So herons they're such big birds. It often seems like, how on earth can they fly? And they have quite a slow sort of flap of their huge big wings. So it's quite a good one just to wake our arms up and check your shoulders are nice and back. And if you're comfortable, you could almost see if your hands can almost meet when they come up, and then stretching out the fingertips as they come down. And hi Sandra and hi Senga. Nice to see you both. So we'll do a couple more of heron wings. So do tell me if the sound isn't working quite right. Right now it's as I've been doing it the last few months, so it should be absolutely fine. I'm going to switch to the other system when we start singing. So that's our heron wings, lovely huge big wings. And then let's get into some eagle wings a little bit. So a soaring eagle, and that's quite a good one, just to push the hands back a little bit to open out the chest. Can you imagine you're an eagle soaring over some of Scotland's amazing mountains, up Loch Nagar, Ben Nevis, around the Cobbler, or you could be a sea eagle over the Isle of Mull. Whatever eagle you are, just see if you can open out your chest a wee bit while you're getting into your eagle self. And then we're going to be a little skylark, hovering, lots of very quick flaps of the wings, enabling it to hover above the moor. There's a lark in this book as well, I think, if I can find it quickly. It's in alphabetical order. They're such beautiful drawings. Lark, here we are. There's the lovely, lovely little lark. Great. And then let us be a swallow or a martin or a swift, kind of ducking and diving with our wings quite far back as well. So however you want to be a little swift, a kind of darting about little bird. That one's not quite so easy to do maybe. So let's have a little bit of a stretch. So stretching up one side, reaching to the ceiling with your fingertips and really feeling the stretch down that side. And if you're comfortable, just seeing if you can, keeping your hips facing forward, just seeing if you can get a bit more of a stretch with a bit of a lean over to that side. And then gently back again. And then stretching up again on the other side. Feeling that lovely stretch down that side of the body. And then again, if you're comfortable, just leaning over a bit, but just checking that your hips still facing forward. We're not turning the body around. So the stretch is all down this side. Lovely. And let's stretch up with both arms and flop down to the wrists and flop down to the elbows and flop down to the shoulders. And just see where the shoulders are. Now they're repositioned. Mine are certainly quite a bit further back than they were to begin with. So just to reinforce that, let's do shoulders to ears and back and down with a bit of a sigh. Lovely. And let's go again. Shoulders to ears, up, forward, and then all the way back with a bit of a sigh. And just notice how that is. You've repositioned the shoulders. And then let's go again. Shoulders up to ears and back and down. Lovely. And then we're going to give our necks a little bit of a stretch. We often neglect our necks when we're singing. They're very, very important. So turn this ear down to the shoulder. So we're not lifting the shoulder at all. And we're keeping the face looking forward. Just bringing that ear, left ear down to left shoulder, and you should feel good stretch on that side of the neck. And then as we breathe in, coming gently back up to the center. Take a breath in there, and then as we breathe out, the ear down, right ear down to right shoulder. And notice the stretch on that side of the neck. And just going as far as is comfortable for you to get a bit of a stretch. And then as we breathe in, very gently back up to the center again. And we'll do that again once on both sides. So breathing in, and then as we breathe out, ear down to shoulder. And then breathing in, coming back up to the center again. And as we breathe in here, and then breathe out and go down on the other side again, right ear to right shoulder. And then breathing in to come back up again. Lovely. And let's do a few of our soft neck turns, just seeing if we can soften our neck. Focus on really softening. And it sometimes helps just to say that word internally, soften. It's got a lovely soft sound to it. So we're going to very gently turn the head to the left And see if you can visualize the softest thing possible all around your neck. Whatever that might be for you, cotton wool, clouds, marshmallows, pillows, feathers, velvet, fake fur, whatever it might be, and then coming back round to the other side. Soft as you can, and if you notice a bit of tension in the neck, and there probably will be some areas where it feels a bit tight, see if you can soften it. Allow it to be as soft as it can be. So we'll go back again the other way. So we're going slowly, and this isn't a stretch. It's just a wee reminder to our neck that it can be nice and soft. And the softer it is, the easier our breathing will be, and the sweeter our singing will be. So coming back to the center, and then we'll do a little gentle nod with the head, keeping it really soft again. And if you're feeling a bit of tension creeping in, just say that word soften again, and imagine whatever for you really conjures up the sense of softness that you're after. And then coming back to that place where, if you imagine a cord coming out the crown of the head that lifts the spine a wee bit, and so it feels like your neck is beautifully balanced there, midway between a shake and a nod, where it's in its optimal position for being balanced, and the throat and neck can be lovely and soft. And let's just do our wee experiment with our voice box while we're focusing on the neck and throat. So we'll put some fingers. If you put some fingers where you can feel the voice box vibrating, just say a few words, and you'll find where it is quite quickly. And then we'll go see if you can feel it moving up, and follow it with your fingers. So it's a sound with the tongue behind the top teeth. It's like the NG of sing at the end of sing. And that's just a very gentle sound. So we'll just do that, going up and down a little bit. And see if you can keep your neck lovely and soft, so it allows the voice box to move up and down. So after 2, 1, 2. Let's go once more. 1, 2. It's quite interesting and fun thing to do, just to get in touch with our anatomy a little bit, bits of our body that we don't normally see or really focus on. We take our voice box for granted a wee bit. So let's have a bit of a shake. Shaking out our hands one way, shaking out the other way, shaking our elbows, shaking our bum and belly. Bit of a shimmy up and down if you can. Shaking out our legs without falling over. And a bit of a shake out for the jaw. Lovely. And then a bit of a whole body shake, shaking out any grumbles that you might have. So any noises that come. Anything you might be a bit fed up about at the moment. Awesome. Lovely. We're now going to get into a little bit more of our bird theme. So we're going to do a bit of an owl sound. Woo! So a lovely light and relaxed, keeping the neck lovely and soft. Woo! Any pitch, any owl sound that comes to you doesn't have to be the same as mine. 1, 2. Woo! I was down visiting my family a few weeks ago, and we were staying on part of the farm I grew up on in South Warwickshire, and we were sitting, it's just a little camping pod my cousin has there now that we were staying in, which was lovely. And we were sitting outside of an evening round the fire, and there were so many owls hooting all around. It's absolutely lovely. They didn't sound quite like that. My owl noise needs a bit of perfecting. But let's go again with a few more owls. So keeping the neck really lovely and soft. 1, 2. Woo! It's a beautiful haunting sound, very light and soft. 1, 2. Woo! Lovely. And let's see if we can get a cuckoo as well. I know it's the wrong time of year, but it's such a lovely sound. And again, it's lovely and relaxed. So just really focusing on, you might even just want to put a hand there and just see if the muscles are tensing a lot. And if they are, see if you can soften them. So just very, very lightly. 1, 2. Any pitch. 1, 2. And again, 1, 2. 1, 2. Lovely. We often, when we sing, we tend to force our voices a little bit. So it's really good just to get into that really gentle, allowing the voice to be really, allowing the neck and throat to be really soft. And that helps us relax the whole of our voice. So we'll aim to do that throughout the singing today, to just notice if we're tensing up here again a little bit. So let's get into our breath. So loose fist on the belly, and standing, feet hip width apart, and imagine that cord coming out the crown of the head again, knees soft. And we'll go to she, belly towards spine, shoulders relaxed and back, and then release here. And let the air in. So after 2, 1, 2. She, and release. She, and release. She, and let's go up 1, 1, 2. She, release your belly. She, 1 more. She, and release. And then we're going to do a few bees. There are still some bees buzzing about in our garden. We are going to start with a playful bee. So let's go. Lovely. We are going to do a reluctant bee. You can send in, email me or text me some types of bees that you would like to do in these sessions, or types of other animals. So we've got a reluctant bee. reluctant. And then we're going to have a graceful bee. And a dreamy bee. It's quite fun, isn't it, doing all these bees? And to finish our warm-up, let's do some more boomerangs. It's a really good exercise to do for the breath and getting the control of the breath. So we'll start with Shay. So we're going to be throwing our boomerang out there. Starts reasonably loud. As it goes further away from us, it gets quieter. And then it comes back around to us and it gets louder again. So we need to keep enough breath and control the breath. And we do it reasonably slowly. So it's not ridiculously easy, and we're pushing ourselves a little bit, stretching our capacity a little bit, our control of our breath. So any pitch is fine, and we'll do the first one on Shay. So a lovely open vowel sound. 1, 2. Shay. And you catch your boomerang again, hopefully. And we'll do the next one on She. 1, 2. The next one on Shoo. 1, 2. Shoo. Lovely. Cool. Are we ready to start singing? So I am going to switch over to my new system. So do let me know if anything weird is happening. I'm changing the audio settings. I'm putting these headphones on. So let's see. So hopefully you can hear me. Please let me know if you can't. And we can go back to the other system and I can tinker about with this a bit more. But I did test it out yesterday and it did seem to be working fine. So hopefully this is all okay. And we're going to sing the Wild Geese round. Wild Geese Are Flying Along, that we did last time. Here's my wild geese. At the Zoom session on Tuesday, I got everybody to bring a goose or a picture of a goose. And that was quite fun. We had a whole mixture of different geese. Somebody had drawn them, somebody had a photo, somebody had a wooden goose. It's a complete mixture of geese. I'm assuming, because I've not seen any comments to say you're not hearing me, that this... Oh, you're hearing me loud and clear. Excellent, Sandra, thank you. It should actually be better quality because I've got this posh microphone here. So it should actually be better. Do, 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 do. So wild geese, I'll remind you the first line. Wild geese are flying along your turn. Wild geese are flying along. Flying along, flying along, flying along, flying along. I still have my speaker there on, so still just getting used to it. I'll go again. I'll do it half. I'll do first and then you sing after me. Wild geese are flying along, your turn. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along, flying along, flying along. And we're trying to keep our necks beautifully relaxed. So let's go around the whole thing. 2, 3. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along. Release. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along. One more. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along. And I'm going to play the track so we can do this now as a round. And what this new system enables me to do is actually sing along with it, which is quite interesting. So let me just find the track. Here we go. And so with this song, when we do it as a round, it's wild geese are, wild geese are. So if you want to just sing with, you can sing with either of those, one or two. If you want to just stick with the first one, that's fine. It goes, I think it goes around 4 times. Yep, 4 repetitions. I even wrote it on my name of the track. So I'm going to play you the track and I will be singing along as well. So I'll start with the first one and then I'll sing where the second one comes in. So you know where that comes in if you want to pick that one out. And a bit of feedback as to whether you're hearing me far more than the track or whether it's quite nicely balanced would be really helpful. So let me find the track. Flying along, flying along. I don't think that was working to start with. Okay, I'm going to try again. Wild geese are flying along. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along. Lovely. Let me know how that was. I'm not sure if you were hearing it to start with or not. Let's go once more. And I'll just sing just with the first part this time. And just focus, let's really focus on keeping this beautifully and relaxed as we sing it, particularly in the neck and throat. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along. Wild geese are flying along, flying along, wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along, wild geese are flying along, flying along, flying along, flying along, flying along. Lovely. Cool. I hope you had a good sing there. So we're going to move on now to the knitting song, which I know has been quite a favourite of quite a few of you. If you've got any knitting to hand, I've asked folk tomorrow to bring their knitting as well. So you can maybe sing this song while you knit. And I sent the link out today of the two women singing it on YouTube for you to have a look, and you can sing along to that. You can enjoy it. It's just a good fun song to sing. I'll go over it line by line. I've been hiding my yarn in the closet, your turn. I've been hiding my yarn in the closet. Oh, I wish I had fastened the door. Oh, I wish I had fastened the door. You have found the big sweater I started. You have found the big sweater I started. They're asking me who is it for? And you're asking me who is it for? So again, checking in with our neck, checking that our back is lovely and long, and we've got a good alignment. So let's do the whole of that. So we get to the long notes in one breath, release, let the air in, and off we go again. 1, 2, I've been hiding my yarn in the closet, release. Oh, I wish I had fastened the door, release. You have found the big sweater I started, release. And you're asking me who is it for? Lovely. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. And you can get a lovely ooh sound on that. Ooh, a bit like the owl. Down. 1, 2. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. I have knitted for somebody new. I have knitted for somebody new. It's a truth kept inside I can no longer hide. It's a truth kept inside I can no longer hide. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. And it's a kind of quite serious but sort of mock serious, tongue-in-cheek mood, this song. So let's see if we can capture that in our singing of it as well. So let's go the whole of the chorus, keeping it lovely and relaxed and feeling that it's in a beat of 3, so it's almost a bit waltzy. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Pardon me, I didn't knit that. Da. A 1, 2. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. I have knitted for somebody new. It's a truth kept inside, I can no longer hide. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. Now the chorus. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. I have knitted for somebody new. It's a truth kept inside, I can no longer hide. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. Lovely. Tell me if the volume's okay as well, won't you? If it's too quiet, too loud, whatever, just do let me know, please. Yeah, as I say, I'm still tinkering about with this new system. So hopefully it's fine. So then when we come back to, we've got the second verse. Are you asking yourself why I did it? How I came to do something so cheap? It's the crime of the heart I committed. I was knitting while you were asleep. So let's go for that one. Then into the second chorus. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. All your fears about me are true. If you knit for a friend, does that make it a sin? Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. Are you asking yourself? 1, 2. Are you asking yourself why I did it? How I came to do something so cheap? It's a crime of the heart I committed. I was knitting while you were asleep. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. All your fears about me are true. If you knit for a friend, does that make it a sin? Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. And then while we have the spoken bit about Elizabeth Zimmerman, you can ooh the tune to the verse. So, ooh, 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 ooh. Lovely. And sounds perfect. Excellent. Thank you. Good. And we also have some oohs in the background. So let's go over the ooh part in the chorus. It's quite a simple ooh pattern. So the first bit is ooh, your turn. Ooh, 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 ooh. We try and keep the same volume of breath coming on all the U's. So I'll go over that again. The first bit. Ooh, your turn. Ooh, 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 So let's go all the way through with the U's. And 1, 2. Ooh, 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 and again. Ooh, 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 ooh. And that's just in the chorus. And I'll sing along with that when I play the track, because I think hopefully that'll just help you give it a go. So see if you can have a go at the ooh part, at least one of the choruses, to give it a go. So we're going to play the track all the way through. Let me just find it here. I've been hiding my yarn in the closet. How I wish I had fastened the door. You have found the big sweater I started, and you're asking me who is it for. Pardon me, I didn't mean that for you. I have knitted for somebody new. It's a truth kept inside I can no longer hide. Pardon me, I didn't mean that for you. Are you asking yourself why I did it? How I came to do something so cheap? It's a crime of the heart I committed. I was knitting while you were asleep. Yes. Pardon me, I didn't mean that for you. All your fears about me are true. If you knit for a friend, does that make it a sin? Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. Darling, you have to understand that I didn't knit that for you. Elizabeth Zimmerman once said to knit on through all crises, and that's exactly what I'm doing. When a lonesome stranger asked me if that was hand-spun I was knitting, well, no man had ever talked to me like that before. Maybe I just need a new project. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. I was watching it first, but it grew. Row by row, stitch by stitch, I was scratching an itch. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. How did that go? Let me know if you managed some of the oohs, if you managed to keep your neck lovely and soft, if you managed the tongue-in-cheekness and playfulness of the whole thing. I hope you enjoyed it. Should we sing it through once more? I think we should sing it again. Yeah. And maybe again mixing and matching the chorus with the oohs, and see if you can really focus this time on just keeping it lovely and relaxed and that sort of very cheeky feel that this song has. I've been hiding my yarn in the closet. How I wish I had fastened the door. You have found the big sweater I started, and you're asking me who is it for? You pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. I have knitted for somebody new. Lovely soft neck. It's a truth kept inside, I can no longer hide. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. Are you asking yourself why I did it? How I came to do something so cheap? It's a crime of the heart I committed. I was knitting while you were asleep. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. All your fears about me are true. If you knit for a friend, does that make it a sin? Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. Who's on the verse? Darling, you have to understand that I didn't knit that for you. Elizabeth Zimmerman once said to knit on through all crises, and that's exactly what I'm doing. When a lonesome stranger asked me if that was hand-spun I was knitting, well, no man had ever talked to me like that before. Maybe I just need a new project. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. I was watching it first, but it grew. Row by row, stitch by stitch, I was scratching an itch. Pardon me, I didn't knit that for you. Lovely. And Elizabeth Zimmerman, if you weren't here last week, was a British-born hand-knitting teacher and designer who lived from August the 9th, 1910 to November the 30th, 1990. And she revolutionised the modern practice of knitting through her books and instructional series on American TV. So there we go. So, moving on to, I think we'll have a quick sing through of Strictly Bonkers, the dancing song. And then we'll come on to the Cry of the Wild Goose before we have a bit of a break. We've danced the samba, the rumba. So this one needs to be really rhythmical. Here's my wacky microphone, by the way. This is what I'm singing into, which is hopefully making the sound better. So it feels a little bit posh and a little bit, bit scary. But it is rather a good, clear sound, I think, and hopefully it's easier to sing along to. And it means that I can actually, because I've got various other complicated bits of equipment here, it means I can sing along to the track without it being a lag. So I can help you get harmony parts and stuff, and hopefully make the singing a bit more interesting and support it a bit more. So, Strictly Bonkers. So for this one, we want to be really, really rhythmical. I've still not looked up the fandango. I meant to look up the fandango this morning. Send your answers on a postcode. What is the fandango? Send me a little video of you doing the fandango. So I'll go to start with. We've danced the samba, the rumba, the conga and zumba. 1, 2. We've danced the samba, the rumba, the conga and zumba, calypso, bolero, and don't forget the cha-cha-cha. Calypso, bolero, and don't forget the cha-cha-cha. and don't forget to jump right up there. Calypso, bolero, and don't forget the cha-cha-cha. Okay. We'll go all the way up to there. Cha-cha-cha-cha, weave. 1, 2. We've danced a sam. Oh, that's not right. 1, 2. We've danced a samba, the rumba, the conga and zumba, calypso, bolero, and don't forget the cha-cha-cha. Then we moved on to the mambo. Your turn. Then we moved on to the mambo, and we danced a little tango. Took a turn at the fandango, and we finished with a waltz. And we finished with a waltz. I'll just put the words in the chat, actually. I forgot to do that in the last one, just in case there's anybody here who doesn't have the words. Apologies for the last one. Where's it gone? Strictly Bonkers. Here we go. So I'll do it in a couple of rounds because it won't all copy. It won't all go in at once. That's the first bit. There's the second bit. Great. So the second half again. And I'll do it line by line. Then we moved on to the mambo. Your turn. Then we moved on to the mambo, and we danced a little tango. And we danced a little tango. I took a turn at the fandango. Took a turn at the fandango. And we finished with a waltz. And we finished with a waltz. Whole of the second half. 1, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then we moved on to the mambo. And we danced a little tango. Took a turn at the fandango, and we finished with a waltz. So it's good. It's a good song to practice, just getting really quite precise and rhythmical and on the beat. It's quite tricky to do that. So it comes in after 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then we moved on to the mambo, and we danced a little tango. Took a turn at the fandango, and we finished with a waltz. And again. Then we moved on to the mambo, and we danced a little tango. Took a turn at the fandango, and we finished with a waltz. Lovely. Should we go for the whole thing? And put any moves in that come to you. Bit of conga, bit of zumba, bit of bolero, bit of the rumba, the mambo, that is, I think, actually, the sort of Brazilian. I'm not very good on my dances. Certainly a waltz at the end. Fandango, because it says turn. I've traditionally turned around. I can't do that at the moment because I'm plugged into these headphones. But that's, yep, you could put that in as well. So let's go for it. We'll go round twice. That's our starting note. So it comes in after 3. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. We've danced the samba, the rumba, the conga and zumba, calypso, bolero, and don't forget the cha-cha-cha. Then we moved on to the mambo, and we danced a little tango. Took a turn at the fandango, and we finished with a waltz. We've danced the samba, the rumba, the conga and zumba, calypso, bolero, and don't forget the cha-cha-cha. Then we moved on to the mambo, and we danced a little tango. Took a turn at the fandango, and we finished with a waltz. Lovely. Fandango from Spain, 2 people, very lively. Thank you, Sandra. Really helpful. I've been meaning to look it up. That's a challenge for all of us to learn the fandango before next time. So we're not here next week. We've got a week off. But if you want to sing, you can either come back and do one of these YouTube sessions again, or go to some of the warm-up videos on the website. Do use them. It's what they're there for. Enjoy them. Give me any feedback about them. And maybe pick 1 or 2 that haven't... Oh, I don't know if you can see actually how many. I think it's only me who can see the numbers. But the ones I put in the email were the ones that haven't been used quite as many times as some of the others. They've all been well used, which is great. And I will get round to making a few more at some point. So let's have a little bit of a break. Let me just grab my chair. So we're talking with Ellie, the writer from the Citizen Project, as to whether we can use and pull together some of the work that some of you did, some of the writing that you did about memories of singing, and pull some of those stories together and maybe write a little bit more about singing during this odd time. How online singing has kind of filled the gap and helped us stay connected and help keep our spirits up, and any stories about that that we could add into that mix as well. And then she's finding out whether the book festival would be able to print that for us in a printed booklet, our own little book of stories, Warblers singing stories, which would be really lovely. And there might be a possibility for a little bit more collective songwriting within all of that as well, in terms of singing during this pandemic, and what that's meant to you all. So we'll keep you posted about all of that. And yes, I think that's probably all the notices for now. Yeah. And yes, we'll come on to the cry of the wild goose. Do those of you there now know, who are there live, know this song, the Frankie Lane song? And as I was saying last week, and as I said in the email, I went out to Aberlady yesterday with a friend for a walk. And as I arrived, it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, not dusk or anything, which is often the time when you see skeins of geese flying over. And there were huge numbers of geese and vast amounts of noise. It was absolutely amazing. And I'll maybe try and get out there later in the week at dusk, because folk have said that it's quite amazing at the moment with the geese coming over from Iceland, I think, the pink-footed geese. So let's move on to the call of the wild goose. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best, a wandering fool or a heart at rest? So I am going to find those words. We'll probably just do, we'll see how we get on. I'll just put that first bit in the chat for now. So that's the chorus. And it's by a man called Terry Gilkison. Yeah, it's just about going to let me put all of those in. There we go. So I'm going to stand up again so I can sing. So feel free to stand if you're more comfy. Always good to stand when we sing if we can, or if we're more comfortable sitting, that's fine. But checking that our feet are nicely planted on the ground if we're sitting, and we're still keeping that nice alignment. So, my heart knows what the wild goose knows. Do, do, do. I'll do it line by line. My heart knows what the wild goose knows. 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. And I must go where the wild goose goes. Is this familiar to anybody? I'll sing the rest of the chorus. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? You saw them, Sandra. Yeah, amazing. My heart knows where the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? Lovely. So I'll do that. I'll break that down. My heart knows what the wild goose knows. 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Lovely note there. And I must go where the wild goose goes. 1, 2. And I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? I'll do the whole of the second half. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? And wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? And again, wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? And again, wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? Lovely. So the first half, I'll do it to start with. My heart knows where the wild goose knows. My heart knows what the wild goose knows. Sorry. Your turn. 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. And I must go where the wild goose goes. So let's see if we can put those two together. So after knows, so you've had My heart knows what the wild goose knows. And then it just goes up. And I. So my. 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best, a wandering fool or a heart at rest? Are we just about getting that? Should we go round? Let me do it again, call and response. A 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, your tan. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. And I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? Let's see if we've got the whole thing. So it starts, my heart. 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? And now we're going to do it a little bit faster. And we're going to go right through that first phrase if we can. So I'll just demonstrate. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Your turn. And my heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. How's that? Let's go once more. And a 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? 1, 2. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? So let's see if we can do it all the way through. And have a listen to Frankie Lane singing it. It's got lots of amazing brass in the background as well. It's got an amazing accompaniment going on. So with one breath after goose goes, if we can, keeping the neck lovely and soft, spine nice and long, shoulders back, body relaxed and ready to go. 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? Do let me know how that was breathing wise. So let's go again. 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? Lovely. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. I'll put the first verse in here as well. So it's a bit of a ballad, this song. It tells a bit of a story about basically how he heads off with the wild goose. Now, what sort of a story is that? He leaves his wife because he's a brother to the old wild goose. Is this yes, does he really mean he's a brother to the wild goose? Has he ran off somewhere else? Has he run off to be with another woman? Has he run off just to be wild? Who knows? We'll maybe have to do a bit of research here as well, won't we? Tonight I heard the wild goose cry. 1, 2. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky, hanging north in the lonely sky. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. 'Cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. I'll do that again. So it's quite a repetitive pattern there. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, your turn. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky, hanging north in the lonely sky. Let's get those two together. I'll do the first one again first of all. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, your turn. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky, hanging north in the lonely sky. I'll do them together. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. 1, 2. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. Let's go once more. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use. Bit of bad grammar there, but there you go, it's a song. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother of the old wild goose. Sorry, old wild goose at the end. 'Cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. 'Cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. I'll sing that round a few times. Don't worry if you've not quite got it all. I'll indicate the ups and downs. So tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. I love that phrase. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. Tonight I heard 1, 2. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. 1, 2. Tonight I heard the old goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. I misled you there, sorry. The first time that phrase, hanging north in the lonely sky, it does go down step by step. And the second time, old wild goose, it jumps down and then stays there. So let's go once more, and we go through to sky. Have a breath there, and then off we go again. 1, 2. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother of the old wild goose. 1, 2. Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. Lovely. And then we go back to the chorus. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best, a wandering fool or a heart at rest? I think we probably need to take a breath before a wandering fool. Chorus again. 1, 2. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best, a wandering fool or a heart at rest? Tonight I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. Tried to sleep, it wasn't no use, 'cause I'm a brother to the old wild goose. My heart knows what the wild goose knows, and I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best, a wandering fool or a heart at rest? Lovely, so that's the start of that song. Have a listen to Frankie Lane singing it. Yeah, if you don't know it already, and we'll come back to that after the break and get to the end of the story, which you'll see from looking at the words anyway. Let the circle be wide. Let's have a little bit of a sing through of Singing Is My Solace first. Singing is my solace. It's a good one. Good phrase to remember, thanks to Isabel. Singing is my solace, singing is my cure, singing when I'm happy, singing when I'm unsure. Ellie, who helped us with the writing, who some of you met, she was saying that her daughter Una, who I'm not sure if Una's 5 or 6, and she heard Ellie recording this or editing the recordings of some of you singing this song, and she's now taken to singing it, so she really loves it as a song. So that's really nice that little Una is singing is my solace, singing is my cure, singing when I'm happy, singing when I'm unsure. Especially as with many children at the moment, she's not able to sing at school at the moment. So yeah, we've contributed to her singing a bit at home. Singing is my solace, du Jonyen. Singing is my cure. Singing when I'm happy, singing when I'm unsure, and again. Singing is my solace. Singing is my cure. Singing when I'm happy, singing when I'm unsure. And we have Singing is my pick-me-up. 1, 2. Singing is my pick-me-up. Oh, singing is my pick-me-up. Singing is my pick-me-up. Oh, singing is my pick-me-up. Tell your story, soft or bold. Oh, singing is for young and old. Tell your story, soft or bold. Oh, singing is for young and old. Lovely. And then we've got our verses. Always felt embarrassed singing in public, never even sang in church. Now I sing my heart out in the car. Let's do that one once more. 1, 2. Always felt embarrassed singing in public, never even sang in church. Now I sing my heart out in the car. Let me just pick those words up and pop them here. So that's verse 1. And then we've got verse 2. He made us sing it up on the mountain till we got it right. I remember smoking a pipe. And verse 3. We always sang in the car as kids, all the way to South Wales and back. And with my kids I did the same. There we go. So he made us sing it. 1, 2. He made us sing it up on the mountain till we got it right. I remember smoking a pipe. And we always sang in the car as kids. 1, 2. We always sang in the car as kids all the way to South Wales and back. And with my kids I did the same. Singing is my solace. And we can get into the rhythm of it as well. So let me find the track for this one. And in the chorus, you take your pick of those two tunes. Singing is my solace. Here we are. Oh, sorry for the clunks going on here. And it starts with one round of Singing is my solace. And it's a do-do-do on that part while the other part goes Tell My Story. So I will, first time round, I'll sing with Singing is my solace and the do-do-do's, and then when we come to the chorus again, I'll sing with the Singing is my pick me up. But you can totally take your pick. Singing is my solace, singing is my cure. Singing when I'm happy, singing when I'm unsure. Singing is my solace, singing is my cure. Singing when I'm happy, singing when I'm unsure. Do stories of love, oh singing is for young and old. Tell your stories of love, oh singing is for young. Always felt embarrassed? Always felt embarrassed, singing in public, never even sang in church. Now I sing my heart out in the car. Singing is my pick me up, oh singing is my pick me up. Singing is my pick me up, oh singing is my pick me up. Tell your stories soft or bold, oh singing is for young and old. Tell your stories soft or bold, oh singing is for young and old. He made us sing it up on the mountain till we got it right. I remember smoking a pipe. Singing is my pick me up, oh singing is my pick me up. Singing is my pick me up, oh singing is my pick me up. Tell your stories soft or bold, oh singing is for young and old. Tell your stories soft or bold, oh singing is for young and old. We always sang in the car as kids, all the way to South Wales and back. And with my kids I did the same. Singing is my solace, oh singing is my cure. Singing when I'm happy, oh singing is my when I'm unsure. Tell your stories soft or bold, oh singing is for young and old. Tell your stories soft or bold, oh singing is for young and old. Lovely. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's have a little sing. We've not got a lot of time left. Let's have a little sing through of Let the Circle Be Wide. I'll find the words for you. Let the circle be wide round the fireside, and we'll soon make room for you. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here, just friends that you never knew. I'll go line by line, and keeping that lovely relaxed neck again. Let's just do a few soft neck turns, thinking soften, soften. Let the circle be wide round the fireside. Let the circle be wide round the fireside, and we'll soon make room for you. And we'll soon make room for you. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here, just friends that you never knew. Just friends that you never knew. I'll go over that once more, just in case there's anybody listening who's not done this before. Let the circle be wide round the fireside, soft neck. Let the circle be wide round the fireside, and we'll soon make room for you. And we'll soon make room for you. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here, just friends that you never knew. Just friends that you never knew. From the top. Let the circle be wide round the fireside, and we'll soon make room for you. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here, just friends that you never knew. And again, let the circle be wide round the fireside, and we'll soon make room for you. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here, just friends that you never knew. And make sure we're singing through that bit. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here. So let's go around a couple more times to finish. 1, 2. Let the circle be wide round the fireside, and we'll soon make room for you. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here, just friends that you never knew. And again, let the circle be wide round the fireside, and we'll soon make room for you. Let your heart feel no fear, for there's no strangers here, just friends that you never knew. Lovely. So hopefully that song of friendship will stay with you over the next couple of weeks until we come back together again. And have a good break. It's been lovely singing with you. Do use the videos, do sing, do keep singing. It's one of the things that'll keep us going through this strange time and keep us uplifted and positive and also connected with each other. So thanks very much for coming along, and I will see you in